Welcome back to Metroid Dread. We are in Dyron because our next goal is actually taking this elevator. That is the elevator, right? So last time we did a whole bunch of exploration, mostly. Going back over the areas we've already been and collecting all the items that I can reasonably see. I'm sure that there's a couple that I could still get. In fact, people pointed out that you can actually get this energy part down here, but it's a little jank to get it. So I think some people said, like, if you fall in and then grab the ledge and then jump, you can get it. You cannot. I tried that. The angle you jump at is too low, and you just bonk the bottom of this. However, people were saying that using the jump ball, jumping morph ball mode, you can jump on what is effectively the last frame that you're in here and just morph ball jump up here. And that sounds totally precise, but possible. It's jumping out of any game. That's not an intended design thing here, so I'm not going to knock that. But any game that actually expects you to jump out of an area that's exactly as high as you are, bad design. It's just friggin' hard to do, because it's like frame perfect. Anyway. So we got a bunch of cool stuff. And we can start by going in here. We did the item collection. We also got the grappling beam. We got the grappling beam, and what else did we get? I swear we got something else. We got the pulse radar by accident. That was pretty cool. We got the speed booster the time before that. Yeah, anyway. I could have sworn we got some... no, we killed the Emmy, and that got us the speed booster. Right. It's a whole new little area. So bright. So one thing... So when I first played through, I spent a pretty substantial amount of time in these first three areas, and these first three areas are huge. So I was under the impression then that, okay, if there's 7 Emmy total, that does count the one, like, tutorial Emmy down here in this little area. Which is funny, because these are regular doors. These are not, Emmy doors. Even though this is technically an Emmy area. But anyway. So I was thinking, okay, so we got 3 areas down here, and that's 4 Emmys between them. So 4, 5, 6, 7, so there's going to be 3 more areas after this, all as large as this, each containing their own Emmy. You know, just reading the game mechanics that were laid out in front of you. That is, in fact, not true. I don't want to spoil too much, but I will say that none of the areas going forward are nearly as big as these first 3. However, not all of... However, there are more areas than there are Emmy. So it all kinda works itself out. Okay, so new aesthetic. We come in here and see this nice red rug going up the staircase, and you're getting that, like, royal castle vibes. It's kind of a tech-based royal castle vibes, but still. How does swinging work? Hold up, I'm gonna stop for a second. Okay, so you can only swing this high. They don't let you swing any higher than that. Okay, hold up, hold up. Whoa. Okay, see, stuff that I had never messed with before. Even my first whole run through, and I wanted to see how it worked. So you can shorten your thing up, and you can go down this far. You can swing back and forth, but you can only swing back this far, about 45-degree angles. I keep hitting morph instead of this. And if you let off fire, you do... Well, I got up here, but I don't think that did me any good. Nope. Yeah, I figured. Okay, so they're going to expect you to get in on the right-hand side. Fancy. And immediately into an Emmy zone. Look how nice this place looks, though. Okay, in an Emmy zone. Now, each time we've encountered an Emmy, it hasn't just been you walk in, there's an Emmy there trying to kill you. When we have first seen any Emmy, it's always been in kind of a dramatic introduction. This looks like an Emmy zone. Yeah. So, going by that video game logic, you can kind of assume... See how these guys are, like, sitting in there ready to launch, and then they come out every now and then? You kill one, another one comes out. So you can kind of assume that you're somewhat safe at first.
Anaman Henki Maradis, Pisalakutar Ili Thoja Hasana, Ilichozo Manfaragai Atasen Maburis, Ashkar Behek, Ninu Gavara Neporien Levat Balis Hendiku, Hemsenilitanumar Tarbichozo Rahama Hasana, Maburis Ili Maukin, Sahari Lin Ili Maukin, Pinoras Hasana Tarbilichozo. Urairis itos karodan ilimathroid, nirmugitalar suradis me iliagar nalima, uramahar pantamugitos salal pura mathroid, kunihabari hundar talasabekes en holchanim, linkatalu ili uliris, sabalba, ashkar behek, hasari gale ubana dos elegar mir. Ninu barash nek ili ferun tar hadar, les ninu kedar, ili mathroid mugi, tanam tar bi hadar bunta, eiris dos eka ili gimel, ashkar behek gabori dos balan ili mathroid, dos ili tarin nalima hemsatar, humpin bi kalki sakra, dos horek bura, ninu mehirin ili zoja hasana, Bimura Gabara ili Sahali, Dosuran ili Metroid. Kalmir Tostek, Ananakoden Mugi Akalai. Ashkar Behek, Hem ili Maukin, Hasana Hasari, Anabalta Dos Humahar Sarian. Ili Tarin Alima. Les Nudakan Dos Geren, Humahar Korgangal Turuta Metroid. Sabalba. Talaris le shak sirugali nevak, Mugi lamai dos goro humahar yoris me kohana. Aitar iligel sumanu naloni ishka ili agarna lima, Mugi garama bi eris les nido. Ilitarin nalima megori le shakutanka, Omtar humahar gelsu mugi barilin ili Arek ebores, Ashkar behek, elemeirisi, dos karodan hum. Ninu aros hakame, ninu mahar meheni, dos tumema, ninu mahar yoris. Ishili mathroi, meili agarna lima, habari bama mugi sarali, lina tamahar toshek. Nutili mathroi desporodo. Ili yoristar Ashkar behek, Dora habar bados les maradan. Has bados les maradan, Ashka unugal ata. Ili emai marhuma satari lin Ashkar behek. Tamus arlan, feje hadoran. Ninu habar kumane humdos, Revolen ili mathroi dim ishkanulisa tamaharisbi.
Kino ulo truta, Ana maril sanur pura, ay marhel kalom.
Ata estor daburis urahama, Ana habar kisadi ilisaka. Anaman bala meyata tamus.
I forgot how to fight these things! I wonder if I could flash shift through that or something, because I always have trouble dodging that stupid red thing. I don't want to be up here. Like, if I can get started soon enough. I just kind of stood there and ate that. He's only got like a couple attacks. I don't know why I have so much trouble with these guys. There we go, jeez. And now that we're not dying, let's take a moment to talk about all that crap that just happened. So the Emmys got turned off. This piece of crap shot me through the wall. This dude's got the wave beam. First time I saw that cutscene, I was like, dude's got the wave beam. Let me kill that dude. Let me kill him. I want the wave beam. Give me that crap. But then we also saw the mural over here, and it showed Ravenbeak, or at the very least someone of his stature, commanding a bunch of Chozo soldiers and throwing a bunch of Chozo scholars into a friggin' pit or something. And this is where this game brings up an interesting notion, which is we've always just kind of assumed that all Chozo are the same and they're all generally good, when we've encountered good humans and bad humans. We haven't encountered good space pirates. But it would only go to reason that someone amongst the Chozo maybe wasn't as cool about stuff. And that there are different clans of Chozo. Chozo warriors, Chozo scholars, what have you. And of course the Chozo were all over the galaxy. They were everywhere. And then that brings us back here where we encounter a Chozo scholar. The one that Ravenbeak let live. And Samus is not quite a silent protagonist, but she almost is. But it's very obvious that she's not a silent protagonist because she's supposed to be that blank slate that you project yourself onto. Oh no, she has a personality. And her personality just is that she's more action than talk. But just like when she was sitting on the ground, pointing her gun at the guy, and then once she realized, no, this dude's a friend, you see her relax. And just the way she's sitting there relaxed, just that, like, kind of expression. And then you come back in here and like, okay, yeah, the guy gives this big story about all the little bits and pieces of the plot going on in the background all this time. And we heard a female voice. And the first time I heard that, the first thing my brain did was go, where's that coming from? Is that a computerized voice or something? And then it took just a moment before my brain said, of course Samus knows how to speak the Chozo language. Why wouldn't she? And then all through those cutscenes, the music that was playing in the background, that was good stuff. That was like good stuff from friggin' Super Metroid. I recognized a lot of it from Super Metroid. I think there was some from other bits and pieces, though. But like, you got the triumphant music at the end, the da 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 da. Ah! Video games! And I think this is where this game has been largely explorative. You go where you need to go, you do what you need to do. But that's not to say the game doesn't have a lot of story. And this is why I have gone to say... This is why I think I've said that this game feels like what they wanted. It's the fusion mindset, but it's been pushed to what they want to accomplish with it. Where they're still giving you plenty of story, plenty of plot and growth. We haven't seen a lot so far, but the fact that we haven't seen a lot so far is part of the story. Or specifically, it's the storytelling. The idea is they've stranded you on this world. You can't even get back to your ship. You're just stuck down here. And your first priority, as we were told, is to survive. So your plot at the start is surviving. That's what it is. And as soon as you start to get a foothold in that, as soon as you start to go, okay, I've got Varia suit, I've got some good weaponry, I've got some good mobility with the grappling beam and stuff now, I can get around, I can defend myself, I can get out of here. As soon as you get to that, I've taken down a couple enemies, especially that last one that was really plaguing my butt. As soon as you get to that point, and you're like, okay, we're ready to go, I'm just gonna plow ahead from here. that is precisely the time in storytelling that you go, now that we've built up their expectations, let's get some other problems going. Let's throw another wrench in their works. And you may immediately go, okay, well that's not actually that much. We have our path open, we can go do whatever it is that we need to do. But also keep in mind the Emir. So keep in mind that the Emmy are deactivated. And you know they're not going to just stay that way. That piece of crap down there has my wave beam. Cold. Okay, so, now that we got that, let's take a quick look around. Because this specifically isn't an Emmy zone. But there's good stuff over here. And those are booster blocks. Yeah, just the one other crumble block there. And we have this here. So this is going to take us, I don't know where. It's an up-down elevator, though, so it's probably going to take us back to... Probably just going to take us back down to Dyron. Where would it take us? Here? Probably here. We can't actually go too far back in the other direction. Like, we can't go into the ice. And if we go into the Emmy zone... This is a dead end. Which I didn't actually... I should have looked in that earlier. Don't actually have to shine spark there. Okay, so our next quest, then, is how do you get this? It'd be fairly easy if I could run into the ice. But that's painful. And I could either wait that long, or how realistic would it be? That's a lot to do. Like, I'd have to duck. Like 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. It's like 4 seconds. I don't know, you keep a shine spark for a long time, though. I'd have had it if I hit jump right. Mid-air shine sparking is rough. And there we go. Okay, well, this is our only way forward, so here... I didn't shoot the right wall. I wanted to shoot the left wall. You never know if that's something. I'm gonna cancel that, though. I won't. Okay, now I'll go. Another bit of music in this game. When you're looking at the map, in order to go to the next area, you hear in the background this bubbly little doo-doo-doo-doo-doo kind of thing. And that is classic, I think it's from classic Metroid. I recognize it as being from Super, but it's not, I think it started in the NES Metroid. So that's some classic music that's been around. Just a real simple little, like, doo-doo-doo kind of deal. Oh, hey there, Adam. What you got? I like how every time Samus looks at it, like, I guess I should talk to him.
Our profile friend has explained much. We now know why the enemy are pursuing you. Samus Aran, Raven beat Lord you here. He wants the Metroid DNA that exists only within you.
I don't know, I'm pretty sure the Federation's got some somewhere.
I have confirmed that Quiet Road has deactivated all remaining enemies. You should now be able to reach the surface unthreatened. The route Quiet Road opened is in Verenia. Return there immediately.
Alright, easy peasy. There's our path that we saw before that we couldn't do anything about. That's our way back. We're going to Berenia, which is way down here. Is there a faster way? Like, where do I need to go? I need to go up here. Where's the closest teleporter? So we got a green teleporter down here, but that looks like it. And we haven't seen the other green teleporter. So we're running back the long way, I guess. Oof, that's a hall. The game's usually pretty good about, like, putting you in a place near where you need to go next. But I suppose the reason they haven't here is because they've just explicitly told you this is literally where you have to go next. And it's also a chance to run around and collect stuff that maybe you hadn't collected before. You know, some good old-fashioned exploration and item getting. Anyway, it'll take me like 20 minutes to get there. So it didn't actually take me 20 minutes, it just took me a couple minutes. But still, big map. It's not a bad thing. A big map means more game, which is always good. It does, however, also mean that sometimes backtracking can take a really long time. So we've been in here before. Okay, 3 charge beam shots, take that guy out. I think 2 take. Okay, 3, whatever. And this is what was raised. Like, you saw it on the map, but still, like, this is this giant son of a gun here. I don't think either direction is a good idea. Because I think the other guy could have gotten me regardless. Yeah, because he does this crap. So I was just gonna get hit no matter what. Anyway. Okay, so we can go in there. That's something. Ah. These enemies are a little more... Oh, there's a block there. I didn't even see that block. It just looked like a passage. Some of these enemies could be placed in slightly less annoying locations. Or if I had a better tool to deal with them. Which I probably do, and someone is in the comments telling me that I do, but I don't know that. Ah, butts! Just do what I do best and play defensively. Oh yeah, double up on that poison. Can't just not have me make that jump. There we go. Nice and easy. So, progress then. Going somewhere new. Going to a map room. You know, admittedly, I actually kind of like how unhelpful the map rooms are. And you can see here, there is no Emmy zone in this area. Oh. And we can open that up, so we have a secondary passage in here. Nice. So we can go back this way. I like that these blocks stay gone. Because, like, I'm trying to think of anything in Super that stayed, like, you destroy a block and it's just gone forever. So it would usually be something like, oh, you destroyed a super missile block. Cool, well, it comes back when you re-enter the room. But as long as you have a super missile, you can go through it as many times as you want. And that's cool. But with this now, this was a one-way block. And now it's created effectively a permanent passage, even if I leave and come back this way in the future. Which just, it makes it easier to have little bits connecting the world around, and which then makes it easier for you to get around. Anyway, so we're over here. You're something. What are you? All charge? Missile charge. Could have used some help, actually. Oh, you don't just do this. Come on. Heck. Oh, because I still have the scan going, so I don't have any eye on it. I gotta wait for my juice, and I gotta shoot a block. There we get our missile tank. So what are we looking at? I just saved when I was in there, so like if I die, it's not that big a deal. I would like some health though. Yeah, that's just a missile recharge. There is no health recharge anywhere nearby. Okay, well, let's just hope we find something. Or kill some enemies. Yeah, I'm gonna let you get a little distance. Another one. Nothing? How long do you stay open? Do you stay long enough for me to get my ion energy back before I go in the room? Before I go in the really tall room? Oh, these little pieces of crap. Need some health! So people have been telling me about the running charge, and that it is apparently really good. Oh, we're back over here now. Spiffy. That it is apparently really good. I have, like, never used the running charge. Nope. There we go. I've, like, never used the... Oh. Ooh-wee. I don't like that at all. Oh. Full recharge. No, energy recharge. Looked white, but it's purple in retrospect. We got an explodey thing over there. We'll probably see it when we come through, but I'll go ahead and put a mark here just in case. Actually, I'm gonna make it not purple since there's a purple thing right next to me. Oh, I don't like this though. I mean, I guess you could say that was a running charge. That was mostly me just going, I hope I get to it while it still counts that I can parry it. Ooh, this guy's different. I hate this guy. I hate this guy because I don't have any reasonable way to deal with his children. What happened to him? Oh, they got more. See, I find it almost frustrating that most of the environment art that you get in this game to place where you are and what's going on is entirely in the background. Because even though the background is what's taking up 90% of the screen, I'm so focused on the foreground because the foreground is the play area that I don't even notice stuff in the background half the time. And, like, look at that hot mess. Makes me uncomfortable. Oh boy, that makes me uncomfortable too. So even after you shoot, you can still kind of adjust its aim while it's moving. And that's a real little thing. That's a tiny thing. Almost imperceptible. But it makes your life a lot easier. And that's one of the billion of things that this game does to make your experience a smooth and enjoyable experience. Because predominantly, what you want is when you do an action, the game does what you want it to do. And sometimes that's hard. Because the game can only read your mind so much. Like, say, I jump, I want to shoot that thing. So I hold the button, I hold the other button, I aim, and I shoot. But what if my aim is a little off? What I want to do is hit that, but I have very little time to get that aim in there to hit it. And it's going to feel like, wow, this is really hard if they do that. If they make it that rigid. Instead, you shoot, and while it's shooting, you kind of subconsciously are watching where that beam's going, and you know I shot too low, and you kind of aim up to adjust, and you hit the thing. When, like, mentally, I just want to be able to shoot that thing, and that doesn't feel like it should be that hard. And so it's little things like letting you adjust where the beam is while it's out that help account for that and help make it so you are doing the things. You are acting out the things that you wanted to do, which then is why the game feels like it has such a smooth experience. Anyway, we're healed up, let's fight a boss. Okay, so those are going to be crumble blocks. We're going to fall into a boss arena. There's our boss arena right there. There's an interactive device. I'm trying to remember how to fight this boss, because I'm just gonna go in and get my butt killed like 8 times. Interactive device is down, shoot the missiles. Also, watch the tentacles. They wiggle when they're about to do something. Okay, you can shoot these. Can you shoot the red ones? Not shoot the red ones. Let's go! There we go. You're lowered all the way and you get in there. Oh, that would have been that's my counter chance. Dang it. Room refills with water and off we go again. Over. I'm running low on health, so I'm already, like, going down. There we go. Get that good damage in. They got me some health back. I'm not actually hitting them, so I should stop. I don't like it. I wonder if I could counter that. What do you want me to do with this? This? No, that's probably what they want me to do. Okay, power you up. I got no juice left. So I'm kinda hoping you die soon. Coming up. Got him. Heck yeah, first try. Oh, quite. Felt like I just fell down a flight of stairs. There's nothing else to do in that room. There's no other door, so it's fine. I wasn't even looking at the bottom of the screen. I'm like looking up. And I just heard this. Oh, come on. I had that. Okay, so we cannot get that. Until... There we go. I made it. Anything else in here? I feel like there should be something else in here. Not a big deal. Hey, there's our explodey bit and our health recharge. Give me that goodness. I like it. We can also get rid of this. Everything else is marked so clearly. I pretty much only use those for the explodey blocks. I didn't even have to charge me, man. You just regular shoot him enough. I don't trust that floor. Or that floor. All crumble blocks, I swear. I can guarantee it. Told you. Oh. So we just climbed up top here, and there's an elevator. And this game is really good about not wasting space in a room, so this feels real suspicious right here. Let's go in here and save. And maybe take a look back out here and see if there's anything here. Nope, down I go. No, actually nothing there. Shocking. Alright then, well, until next... Really? Okay. Well, until next time then, everyone, we've made our through the upper half of Berenia. Fought another boss, doing the thing. Drogiga. This game's got a lot of bosses in it. We actually haven't fought a boss in a little while. But they're not like... The bosses aren't like, The bosses aren't like how they usually are in a Metroid game. Where, like, oh, you play through an area, there's a boss at the end of the area, you get a power-up or whatever that lets you go to a new area. Instead, they are a little more incidental along the way, but you do usually get a good reward for it. In that regard, you could consider them more like... Or you could think about it more like there are a number of mini-bosses. Because, like, this guy didn't even have 2 phases. So a bit like, Batwoon, I guess you could say, or even Crockmire, really. Anyway, until next time, everyone.